The loudest confession can be a single grain of dust. Past midnight, under the hum of a fluorescent light, a patrol officer stands in a silent kitchen. The air stings with bleach. A typed note clings to the refrigerator door, its letter E sitting just a fraction higher than the rest. A paramedic shrugs it off as junk mail, but Detective Mara Chen sees something more, and quietly slides the scrap of paper into an evidence envelope. Back at the lab, a technician threads a fresh ribbon into a recovered typewriter. They strike the keys, one by one, overlaying the results on a translucent grid until that misaligned E lands in the exact same spot. That single mechanical quirk becomes a thread, leading from the note to a repair log, to a garage, to a suspect, and finally to a motive. Who looks twice at a smudged timestamp on a receipt? Until that smudge proves the printer jammed just moments after the suspect claimed to have left. Techniques like trace botany or ink dating may sound archaic, but in practice, they reveal undeniable timelines. In our modern world of endless sensors and cameras, false leads multiply by the second. Yet this is where careful micro-evidence holds its ground. In an era of edited images and staged alibis, the slow aging of ink and the stubborn geography of pollen remain both measurable and verifiable. And sometimes, a single stray fiber is all it takes to unravel an entire story. Before dawn, fog wraps around a bus stop. A night shift nurse unfolds a crumpled receipt, its ink blurred by the rain. A tiny detail, a moment of confusion. But a moment is all it takes to shift a narrative. The suspect claims he was home by sunrise, but the bus schedule shows the last local service left at 6:12, not 6:10. A surveillance timestamp, misread under the glare of a streetlight, moves his silhouette one stop down the road. Time is a hinge, and a 2-minute swing can lock an alibi shut. In an interview room, a tape recorder hums.
An interpreter leans in, listening closely. The suspect whispers, "I did not go," but a clipped consonant is lost in the static hiss. The official transcript hardens into a confession, "I did go." Headlines reduce a life to a single misheard verb. Today, auto captions chase live streams and push alerts outrun corrections. A screenshot of a mistake can travel farther and faster than any retraction. The process matters because context is what gives meaning to the facts. Under the same buzzing lights of the station, a paper bag rustles across a steel desk. Inside, behind crinkled evidence tape, is the fiber from that kitchen. The patrol officer signs the seal and passes it on. A missed initial on a form, a bag left untagged for a moment too long. These tiny procedural errors can slam the courtroom door on the most damning piece of evidence. And in another room down the hall, the long hours and soft assurances of an interrogation can bend a story, extracting a confession without leaving a single bruise. Context doesn't erase the evidence, the fiber, the ink, the pollen. It tells us if the pieces belong to this story at all. And so we press deeper into how the rooms we build, the pauses we take, and the choices we make can tilt the scales of truth, and what happens when silence speaks louder than any evidence ever could.